Okay, yeah. Hello, today we have a special guest here at Juventus club Vero Amore, Romeo Agresti. He's a very, very well-informed journalist. He specializes in Juventus news and transfers. Romeo, first of all, thank you very much for coming to watch the game with us here.
Thank you, because you give me the opportunity to come here, and it's always a pleasure.
So, I have a few questions for you. First of all, obviously, you followed the transfer season of Juventus, obviously.
Unfortunately, because now I'm getting older, so I want to rest, and also for this reason,
yes, but you keep people informed, though. Yeah. For example, I, for one, I follow your YouTube channel a lot.
Thank you very much for that.
And
you're not wasting your time, because
No. You get true stuff all the time. You're very informed. Well, my question is how do you rate it? What do you think of Giuntoli's work this summer?
Unbelievable, because that's a big revolution. That was not easy at all to do a restyling like that. But I think that Cristiano Giuntoli has worked very well. We've improved the quality level of the roster. I think that we bought 9 new players. 9 players is a lot, and of course then we understand step by step what we'll be able to do or not to do on the pitch, but I think that he did his best effort, and that was unbelievable.
What do you think of the first 3 games? How the team played, and maybe some of the new players? What do you think of them? I mean, it's early still, but
we have to be patient, because that's not easy, to start in the right way to win. The first 2 matches were good matches, especially I think in Verona, because I've seen a very comfortable team. We played very well in terms of spaces to find. So don't forget that we started with Thiago a few weeks ago, not months, weeks ago. Yes. But I think that the first 2 matches was very good. Against Roma, we were a little bit in trouble, especially in the first half. Roma were better than us, but the most important thing is to be solid. 0 goals.
Exactly.
We conceded 0 goals.
The only team who have conceded goals. Yes, the only team.
Now we are starting this new project, and I can confirm you that they worked a lot, because I was in Germany, and I have seen something.
Okay.
When I saw the friendly game against Nuremberg, I was a little bit scared, but I think that we are in the right way.
Good. You mentioned the new coach, Thiago Motta. Obviously, you said so as well. It is a new project. What do you think will be success for Juventus this season? Should we aim for the Scudetto or something a bit?
To get a clear identity, because that's not easy during your first season at Juventus to win. Of course, I think that we'll be there to compete for the domestic competitions. The new Champions League is a dream. The World Cup, in terms of clubs, is a dream too. But for the Coppa Italia, for the Supercoppa, for the Serie A, we must be there, because I think that maybe we are not the level of Inter at the moment.
Okay.
But
you think the gap?
Yeah. And if we understand match by match that we are strong, I think that everything will be okay. But for okay, I mean, of course, to be in the Champions League also next season, and to stay there.
Okay. As I mentioned, I mean, we have a new coach. What can you tell us about Motta that maybe, an analytical person like yourself, you obviously watch all of Serie A. What can you tell us? Do you think Motta is the right coach at the right time?
100%. When I heard for the first time that Juventus were interested on appointing Thiago Motta as new coach, I thought to myself, that's the right coach, because he's brilliant, he's young, he was a very top player, and that's really important to be the right person in the dressing room too, because you can work very well on the pitch, but you have to be able at Juventus to manage in the right way the team. And I think that he did something incredible at Bologna, but also at Spezia.
Exactly.
So I think Thiago will do great things, very important things at Juventus.
Let's switch a bit the question here. Let's talk about a bit about yourself. So, what is the best thing about your job? What do you think it is? The
To
best
be here. Yeah, to go maybe. Of course, I joke with my teammates because I say them we are paid to go around the world following Juventus. That's a dream come true. And of course, I like to cover the transfer window. But now I moved to Bianconero,
Yes.
and I'm focusing more on stories, big stories. We are doing something important, for example, for the Zell,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
there will be the 14th year.
Mhm.
So we have to be ready to do something different. But to be here to meet Juventini, but they don't live in Italy.
Exactly.
You know.
Outside. Yes. One last question about this. So, what is the best memory you have of having done this job for a few years now? What was the best memory, or maybe the one moment that you will remember forever?
Like a fan or like a journalist?
Both.
Manchester against Milan was the worst moment of my life. Of course,
Yes, it was difficult.
Juventus life, and today it's very difficult to talk about that.
Yes.
And they were talking about many years later. And the best moment, I think, the 9 titles in a row, because I think that we understand what we did
After.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe right now when you don't win, you try to understand
Why and how we did.
Guys, to win 9 titles in a row is incredible.
Yes.
It's impossible to do better, in my personal opinion.
So a few last questions. So you've been in Malta for a few days, I think.
Yeah, until next Tuesday.
Okay. What do you think of the country so far?
Unbelievable. I have decided to come here to rest some days because I came here in that headquarter with Enrico Zambruno more than 10 years ago. And I've decided to come back here to meet you and to rest, and then I have the opportunity to watch Juventus. So this is the most important thing.
Yes. Coming to that question, so we're here. As you know, you're wearing a scarf for the 50th anniversary.
Thanks for that.
Yes, we're one of the biggest clubs in Europe and in the world, and the biggest in Malta by far. You've been upstairs. You've seen where we watch the games. What do you think of our environment here?
Incredible, because I feel to be in Turin because there is a huge passion, but the facilities are unbelievable. So congrats to you, to all the people involved in that. But I remember perfectly when I went with Enrico Zambruno that you were the biggest, but not just in Malta. In the world.
Exactly.
This is very important.
So one last question: what is your message to Maltese Juventini?
In Italian?
Sure.
Yeah, no. I try in English.
If you want.
No. Dear Maltese Juventini, it's such an honor to be here. And don't forget that of course, I was already here, and so I know very well your passion, and it's something incredible, to be honest, because when I talk with you, I talk with very fan, but on point 100% in terms of football aspect, but life aspect as well, because there is a very good relationship in terms of human aspect, and by my point of view, this is the most important thing, to create a genuine relationship.
Amazing. So one last thing, for those who wish to start following you, where they can find you on social media?
YouTube, if you want X, Facebook, and in generally we are working on Bianconero to push on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Romeo. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you to you.
Thank you for coming over watching the game. Let's go.
Yeah. 3 points.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for watching. Keep following our channels.